感谢大家在百忙之中抽出时间来参加我们2017年的品牌宣讲会和客户答谢会，非常感谢大家的参加，谢谢。首先我要邀请的是来自新西兰贸易发展局的 Mike 来给大家致辞。Thank you, Mike.
Tihei mōri ora. Te papa e wahone tēnā koe. Te whare e tunei tēnā koe. E rau rangatira mai haere, haere, haere. Te mana whenua o tēnei rohe, tēnā koutou. Te hungamate ki te hungamate, haere, haere, haere. Te hunga ora ki te hunga ora, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Now Rock's going to translate. I will quickly go through in English and Rock can translate into Chinese because I think it's just important to say what I've just said. So really this is just a greeting and we're acknowledging the place we're in. We're acknowledging the chiefs, people in the room. We're acknowledging the earth and the land outside. And we're greeting the people who've gone before us, greeting our ancestors and greeting the people in the room. And we're also, in Māori culture, it's very important to acknowledge the local tribe. So Nishimen, Shanshimen, Shauhau. Really good to see you here. I'm really excited about this event, and I'm excited because, you know, we all know China is such a great opportunity for so many New Zealand companies. You know, in New Zealand, at least at the business level, everybody knows about the growth of China, the growing middle class and that demand, that sort of insatiable demand that's happening, particularly for healthy products, safe products, pure products. And what makes it more exciting is here in New Zealand, as you know, you're all living here, I think, it's really exciting because we've just got this fantastic environment where we are able to produce pure and safe products. And we've got people who are committed to producing pure and safe products. And in Artemis, it's a great example of a New Zealand company that is very much built around creating well-being for people, looking after people and care. Where it becomes more exciting, of course, is the fact that we can take that care, that wanting to help people, wanting people to be safe and healthy, take that to the Chinese consumers. And I think everything therefore comes together in the fact you've got a demand in China, you've got a great environment here and a company that really wants to take their knowledge and helpful people into China and into the Chinese consumers. So I'm looking forward to a really productive afternoon and thank you very much all for coming.
Ni hao. Li Kite, and I'm the General Manager of Artemis. So welcome everybody. I'm really delighted to see you here because I know how difficult it is to leave your business for half a day, but I do promise you that it will be worth it. You'll go away from here very energised and very engaged with the information that we can share with you today. So firstly, thank you very much, Mike, again for taking time out of your busy day to join us and for your kind words of endorsement. Thank you very much. A big thank you to our organisers for the day, so Jacqueline, thank you, Jacqueline Barber, our sales manager, Rock Zhao, our business development manager, who you all know, thank you very much. And so now I would like to introduce the star of the show, without whom we wouldn't be here today, without whom there would be no Artemis. So Sandra Clare is our founder. She's highly qualified in health sciences, traditional medicine, anthropology. She's currently completing her PhD at the University of Canterbury. And amongst all of that, she still finds time to create some amazing products for Artemis. I can tell you she's working on some new ones right now. But the most wonderful thing about Sandra is not the qualifications and not so much what she does, but the absolute passion that she has for plants and her absolute belief in plants' ability to heal us and keep us well. So again, thank you, Sandra, for taking time out of your busy days to be here today. And please join me in welcoming Sandra Clare.
Thank you very much, Lee, for your kind words, and ni hao. Welcome to Artemis. It's a real pleasure for me to be here. So welcome, and thank you for your interest. So what I would like to do with you today is I would like to introduce you not just to Artemis, but as a business, but I would like to introduce you also a bit about my upbringing, my history, and how really Artemis came about, and why we're here, why we're doing the things we do, and why I feel so passionate about. So I'm going to take you through the brand story, and then we're going to look at some of the hero products that are selling very well in China. So I want to present those ones to you, and I will finish off the presentation just to give you some pointers for the wider range of the products as well. After the presentation, I'm going to be available for you. So if you have any questions or queries, you're very welcome to come up and talk to me. Artemis has started a very long time ago. This is my former self, a few years back, in the Swiss mountains. So I grew up at the foothills of the Swiss mountains. And for me, using plant medicines was a very, very natural thing to do. It's just part of normal healthcare in Switzerland, just as traditional Chinese medicine is in China. During my formative years, I was very fortunate that I met a very special woman, Sister Pauline. She was a Franciscan nun. And in Switzerland, as I said, the health professionals of the official system still were trained in herbal medicine. And she introduced me formally how to make very good quality plant medicine. What is really special about my training is that I really trained in nature. And the other thing what I would like to emphasize is that I don't just believe in plant medicine, I know as a fact it works. And the lovely thing is that science is now catching up and validates what we traditionally have always known. So one of the most important things that I have learned through my apprenticeship in the Swiss Alps was the importance of the good quality of the plants at the very beginning, how to harvest them, when to harvest them, how to process them, and how they should combine the recipe so that you have a very efficacious remedy at the end. So at the end of my apprenticeship, of my time of learning, I had the great privilege to be handed over a very old Materia Medica, and I'm so pleased that you have today the opportunity to have a look at it. Normally I don't travel with this treasure. It's very, very old. It's from 1588. It's a very old book. And not only is it written almost 500 years ago, but the knowledge captured in this book goes way back to the time of Hippocrates, and then other very important physicians like Galen and Dioscorides. And Hippocrates was living around the time of the Yellow Emperor. So just to give you some understanding about the knowledge that is captured in this book. Author of this book is a man that was trained initially as a pharmacist and then became a very important medical doctor. But what is really special about him is that he was actually born into a family that was not free at the time. They were bound to the land and bound to the court. But he was a very special man, and he really knew the plants and he knew how to work with the plants. And thanks to his incredible knowledge, he was able to save the court from the plague. So nobody died during the plague time under his care at the court. So the principal of the court then gave him his freedom, which was very rare that ever happened, but he was so special. And he used then this freedom to write down the knowledge for the people. And he wrote it down in a language that people could understand, not in the learned language of Latin, but in the language of the people, which was German, because he felt that people needed to be empowered to look after themselves well. And that's really the philosophy of Artemis to this day. We want to empower you so that you can take charge and can take care of your health, so that you can keep yourself away from the doctor. One of the key messages that really comes from traditional medicine, and my own tradition, traditional European medicine, is no different from traditional Chinese medicine, is that we know that plants and humans are thriving together. There's a very long co-evolution in terms of the human species with the plant kingdom. And in fact, we know today from research, the more nature we have in us and around us, the healthier people are. So that is really confirmed. Plants help to rebalance the body. They enable the body to heal itself. It gives the energy and also the phytochemicals to heal. So Artemis, in terms of the remedies that we're making, enables the body to heal itself. It's a very important principle. And this is quite a stark difference from modern Western medicines, drugs, that are excellent in emergencies, but the body actually has not learned how to metabolize those substances, and we get a lot of side effects. You do not get that from plant medicines, and that's why a lot of people really like to use plant medicine first and foremost, because you get no side effects and it helps to increase good health. So when I came to New Zealand, which is over 20 years ago in 1995, I had this experience from learning in the Swiss Alps and to know really how to harvest, to process, and how to compound a medicine for a really good medicine at the end. When I came to New Zealand, I really fell in love with this country, and I recognized that the plants that are growing here are at least as strong as the plants growing in the Swiss Alps. So I decided to settle here, which was not that easy because Switzerland is a beautiful country, but so is New Zealand. So now I'm a person of two countries, like you are as well. And I had the privilege to be able to settle on the Otago Peninsula. That's a little bit outside of Dunedin. So you can see a photo here. That's where I live with my husband. We have an eco sanctuary there, and we help to bring back nature in this area for the birds, for the animals, and also for the plants. So what happened in those early years is that I opened a clinic for herbal medicine, which became very, very busy. And the issue that I had is I didn't have access to those high quality medicines that I was used to use for my patients during my time with Sister Pauline. So I resorted to produce those remedies for my clients. But what then happened is that the reputation started to spread, and people wanted these remedies because they were very efficacious. And eventually I agreed to put a commercial range out into the health stores and pharmacies so that more people could benefit from those old recipes. So Artemis became the leader in traditional medicine in New Zealand, and we have quite a broad range. I will talk about that in more detail, but I think the underlying principle that is there for all of our products is that we really are thirsting to unlock the healing principles of the plants so that they can heal you. That's really the most important purpose, what we do at Artemis, and our promise to you is that our remedies work. So they are crafted for effectiveness. And perhaps one of the most important things I learned through my apprenticeship in the Swiss Alps was that the quality of the herbs is absolutely fundamental. And I think that's where a lot of companies go wrong, because they think that they just can put a few plants together and then they have a good remedy. That's not how it works. You need to know from the very beginning how to harvest, when to harvest, how to process, and then how to formulate the product. So I spend a lot of time making sure that the quality of the herbs is really at the medicinal grade. So we will not accept anything that is not medicinal grade. We put a lot of emphasis into that the plants need to be fresh. So in terms of the medicinal teas, we only use the freshest harvest so that you actually get a remedy that works. And in terms of our other products like the Thyme Lemon Tonic and the oral liquids that I'm going to talk about a bit later, we harvest the plants and then process them fresh straight away. And like that, you capture all of the active constituents that are going to be beneficial for the healing. And what goes with the quality of the herbs that we use for producing our amazing traditional medicine range, what goes with that also is our concern for safety. Because I really want that people can use our remedies without any care and any worry. So you can use our remedies from small children throughout all of the age groups to elderly people. So they're very safe, and because I have also degrees in health sciences, I have checked every single ingredient for safety. These ingredients are also suitable during pregnancy and breastfeeding, and which is very important in the 21st century. You can also use our remedies if somebody does need to take some pharmaceutical drugs. So there's no drug interaction with them. We really believe that good health starts at home, in your home environment, and it's the small daily steps of self-care that will mean that you feel good now, but also you will enjoy good health later on in life. And as you may remember at the very beginning, I was talking about Dr. Taberner-Montanus, the author of this book. His vision and his mission was to enable people to look after themselves. The same philosophy applies to Artemis. We really want to empower people so that you can stay away from the doctor. So we have, as I said, different products, a different range of different products. They're all formulated for a particular problem, so that we have a solution for a particular problem, like for example coughing or pollution or digestion or not being able to sleep. We provide solutions for that. And they come in different formats so that it's the best delivery system for the best effect. So this is just a picture of the 3 different formats where we deliver our remedies. The medicinal teas are herbs that have water-soluble active constituents, and by adding hot water, they are released and you can absorb them very, very easily in your body. It's really good for people who have what we call pill fatigue. You know, a lot of people take a lot of pills, but they find it really hard to digest. So traditionally, we don't put fillers and binders and preservatives and colors and sugar and all of these things into our medicines. We don't do that. We just keep it very simple, but very effective. So we use the plain straight herb, no filter. We just put hot water with it. The herbs release their benefits and we drink it, and our bodies can absorb it very easily. The next range we have are what is called oral liquids, and they are concentrates that you can take just by the teaspoonful. So they're very handy if you are traveling or if you just want to quickly take something which is very efficacious, but you don't have time to make a ritual of self-care in terms of making a medicinal tea. So they're very easy to take. And then our last format are the body care products, and those ones really are for things like eczema or arthritis or for vein problems, and they are also taken with an oral liquid, so it's the concentrate, but you have an external remedy, a cream or an oil, a remedial cream or a remedial oil that you can put where it hurts. So that's very good to have in your first aid kit for insect bites, for example, or if you have injured yourself. And you will have the full product range in our brochure in the back that you will get at the end of this. So in terms of the medicinal tea range, we have 16 different teas, and I will talk about those ones in more details later. Then we have several oral liquids. Particularly the chest relief and the Viragon products are very popular in China because they talk about lung health. They're very good for lung health, but also help to prevent you to get an infection in the first place. And both of those products are fantastic when you're living in areas that are high in pollution and also in areas where you have a lot of toxicity in the environment. So now I would like to introduce you to our legendary hero product, the Thyme Lemon Tonic. We are very proud of this product, and I'm really, really happy that you will be able to take one home today so that you can try it yourself and you can maybe introduce it to your family, to your friends, so that they can benefit from this product as well. I will talk about it in a little bit more detail, what this Thyme Lemon Tonic does beneficially for your body. But before we do that, I just want to say a few words about how actually we manufacture this product. So once a year, we go to Central Otago, which is at the foothills of the Southern Alps, and I choose the right time when we need to go and harvest thyme, which is the key plant in this product, because it's very, very important that we harvest right at the right time where the essential oils and the active constituents of the plants are at their highest level. So we harvest it carefully by hand, so we watch the plant, only harvest the best, and we do this in a way that we are very respectful to the environment, so that next year when we come back, we also can harvest. And we are very mindful that we're not the only ones who enjoy this very potent plant called thyme. Of course, there are the bees as well who like to harvest the pollens for making honey. So we take the lead from the bees. When they are harvesting, we are harvesting. When they stop harvesting, we stop harvesting. And when we have harvested the thyme, we process it straight away fresh in order to keep those active constituents so that then they go into the product and you can benefit from it. But you may not know, or you may be knowing this, is that this is the very same area where we harvest, where the Chinese gold miners came when they were looking for gold, when they were fosseting for gold. And they needed to stand for a long time in very cold rivers to look for the gold. And they were using this very thyme to strengthen their lungs so that they wouldn't get sick. So thyme is a very special plant. It's a plant that we have known literally for thousands of years to act as a lung tonic. And in the very old mythology, we know that the Greek warriors would go to battle and they would be given a thyme tonic, because thyme relates to a very important gland in here which is called thymus, and it's the gland of courage. So when the warriors would go to fight, they were given this herb of courage so that they had the courage and also they had the strength to fight a very good fight. When we look at it from a more scientific point of view, thyme has very strong antibacterial and antiviral properties. It also helps to bring up phlegm and infection, and it's very, very good to cleanse the lungs when you have been exposed to pollution, particularly when you have had particles in the air that have lodged into your lungs and into your bronchi. It helps to bring that up. So as you know, the lungs are a very important organ. They are really connecting us with our environment, and we cannot control everything that is around us. The best thing we can do is making everything we can to protect ourselves as much as possible. And that's particularly important for young children, because they don't have the immune system yet to fight all the toxicity in the environment, and they're not immune yet to all of the different viruses and bacteria that are circulating around. So looking after our lungs is very important for overall good health. The World Health Organization tells us that each year 12.6 million people die of lung-related diseases, and many of them are in China. So these products that I'm going to show you, particularly the Thyme Lemon Tonic, is a solution to help people to protect themselves from the bad effects of infections in the ear, but also from pollution in the ear. So all the goodness of thyme is captured in the Thyme Lemon Tonic. As I said, we harvest the plants fresh. We add some certified organic lemons to this product and then mix it with pure alpine mineral water. So it's a very pure New Zealand product, a very unique product, and there's nothing like it in the marketplace. Just to capturing again those properties, so it's a protection, it's also helping to get rid of toxins and pollutants in your lung. It helps to bring up mucus, it's an antibacterial and antiviral, and most importantly, it helps to build a strong immune system. The lovely thing is you can take it either hot or cold, so you make it as a drink, and it's safe for young children, it's safe for the elderly people, and everybody in between. The next product I would like to present to you is the chest relief, both for adults and children. And this product also contains the essential Otago thyme. It also contains 6 other very important lung and bronchial remedies in the other medicinal herbs. So it's a very comprehensive, broad spectrum formula for lung health. And the lovely feature about this product is it's in a concentrate that you can just take by the teaspoonful, so it's very easy to take if you don't have time to make a drink. It's our number 1 product for any type of coughs, so it can be a wet cough, a dry cough, even chronic whooping cough, or very good for asthmatics, so all the people who have a lot of spasms in their chest. It helps to relieve the spasms, and also it brings up the irritants and the mucus that is the cause of the cough. It's also an anti-infective, so you can use it as a prevention if somebody in your family, for example, has a cough, or you can use it to treat a cough if you have already an infection. It's very, very efficacious. It's extremely popular in New Zealand, and we have many feedback from people who have used all sorts of pharmaceutical products as well as natural products, and they say at the end it was the chest relief that actually stopped their cough. I recommend that people who are living in an area where there is a lot of pollution, that they take it before they leave their homes, and then also when they come back from home, from work back to home, so twice a day, morning and evening. If somebody already has a cough or is already suffering from pollution or infection-related problems, then they can take it up to 5 times. We also have a formulation that is very suitable for children. So this particular formula I formulated from birth to 6 years, while the adult formula is from 6 years onwards. And you use it exactly in the same way as you use it for the adults. So for children, at least twice a day. If they already have a cough, then it's a safe remedy for them to take to get rid of the cough and to calm the lungs. We do have a night formulation for children, which is this one here. Now, the night formulation, the lovely thing about that is it has a plant in it which is called Californian poppy. So that's not the opiate poppy, it's another plant altogether, but it has good pain relieving effect and also helps children to sleep. And of course, sleep is very important for healing. And there is a very good benefit for the parents in that when the child sleeps, they have a rest as well. But it's also very important is that it's suitable for children under 1 year of age because it doesn't have any honey in it. A lot of the formulations in the marketplace you cannot use before 1 year of age, so it's very safe from birth onwards to 6 years. Also, it's tasting really delicious, so that's very, very important as well. And the other very good benefit from this product is it helps the child to mature so that it has strong lungs, so that the child can grow into a healthy adult. And I think in the environment in the 21st century that we are now growing up, that children are growing up, we need to give them any help we can to grow into healthy adults. The products I would like to discuss is the Viragon, both for adults and children. And I would like to just give you a little bit of a history behind this product. In the early days, in the 16th century, there was the plague happening in Europe, which is a very infective disease. And there was an incident where people who were dying of the plague were robbed at home by a band of 4 thieves. And everybody was wondering, how do they not catch this very, very contagious plague? Eventually they got caught and they were going to be hanged, they were going to be killed because they had done a lot of damage. But then they thought, well, maybe we should ask them why they survived. Why did they not catch the plague? So they made a little trade. They said, okay, I'll give you the recipe and you give us our lives. And that's how really this has come about. That's how we know about these very strong and anti-infective plants. And they built the core of this remedy. So it's a very effective formulation in times of epidemics, in times of when there's a lot of colds and flus circulating. It's very good for people who are in confined spaces with a lot of other people that are coughing and having infections. It's very good for air travel, for example. So it helps to protect. And additionally, it also helps if somebody has an infection to push the infection out of. And we do have the children's formula as well. And like with the chest relief and the kids Viragon is safe from birth to 6 years. So it's a very safe formula to use. The next product I would like to present and introduce to you today is the thyme honey. So the thyme honey comes from the same area that we've just seen the video and also captures those very high essential oils and those very special properties of the thyme plant. Central Otago and New Zealand has a very special environment that grows plants that are very high in beneficial active constituents. And we know that, for example, through Manuka honey. And thyme is another honey that we know has very high polyphenol contents that act in an antibacterial and in an antiviral way. And polyphenols are very important because they are antioxidants. They stop radical damage to our cells. And radical damage happens when we are exposed to toxins. So this is a honey that can be taken once or twice a day by the teaspoonful for general good health. Also, we know that this particular honey, there's a scientific trial that has been conducted with children above the year of 1 that has shown that it stops coughing in babies and children. So the next product I would like to introduce you to is the liver detox tea, and really this is my personal favourite. I always say to people, if you want to do at least one good thing a day for yourself, and I hope that you do more than one, but if you were to choose just one, then this is the one I would really recommend you to do, the liver detox tea. And the reason why this is that the liver is an absolute crucial organ in our body that helps to detoxify all of the toxins. It helps to also deactivate viruses and bacteria. It supports good digestion. It helps with cholesterol levels. It's very important for energy as well. So if you are feeling always a little bit tired, probably your liver is not working well. So if you find in the mornings, oh, I just can't get up in the morning, think about your liver. It may just be underperforming. So the herbs that are in this particular formula are all bitter herbs, and you may have tried this remedy before. So it's quite bitter, but it has to be bitter because it's the bitterness that helps to stimulate the bile that has all the cleansing actions. The best time for this product to be taken is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It's also very good for any digestion-related issues, such, for example, constipation or feeling bloated, having reflux. Also, for example, if your skin is not very clean, usually the liver is involved in that as well. And the other lovely thing about it is that if you try to eat less food, if you eat or drink a bitter substance before your meal, your calorie intake goes down by about 30%. That's a scientific study that has been done. So it's very good for weight loss as well. There is another product that is equally important, and that is the kidney cleanse tea. And the way how this product is taken is it follows the liver detox tea in that you take it about mid-morning. And the herbs that are in the kidney cleanse tea help to stimulate the kidneys to excrete the detoxification process that has just taken place. So it helps to excrete all the toxins and waste products. So it helps with that flushing. It's also very good for kidney and bladder infections. Or if people have a lot of water retention, they keep holding on to their water, this particular formulation helps to flush. Where we find we have a lot of success is, and where we sell a lot of these products to China, is for people who have skin problems. Because as you may know, the skin is considered in traditional medicine like the third kidney. So if people have skin problems, it means that their kidneys are under-functioning. If you start to support your kidneys, then your skin starts to clear up. So if you do this every day, this combination, you take the liver detox tea first thing in the morning, and then you take the kidney cleanse tea mid-morning. This is like having an internal shower. So we all are very diligent to clean our teeth every day and to have an external shower, but we often don't think about doing the same for our internal organs. And if you do this combination every day, not only will you feel better in yourself, you have more energy, you also have a better chance that you're not getting as quickly sick as maybe other people who don't engage in those rituals of self-care. So you take it at least once a day. If you want to do a more concentrated detox, you can take it up to 3 times a day. And you also would take it more often if you had already true medical issues with your kidneys or with your liver. So these are our hero products that we know that we sell a lot of them in China because they really meet a particular problem. They are a solution for a particular problem. I'm going to show you now some of our other products that we equally sell very well, and products that are very popular. You will have all of that range in your bag, but I just want to touch on some of them. So the first one I want to touch on briefly is the digestive yeast tea. It's a very beautiful formulation that helps to digest food better. It's also very good if somebody has stomach cramps or stomach upsets. It helps with things like diarrhea and irritable bowel. The next 3 I would like to touch on is the stress relief tea, the rest and relax, and the deep sleep tea. They all help to support good mood. The rest and relax also helps when somebody's really exhausted. They have worked a very, very long time, a hard time, and they just generally feel exhausted. So that particular formulation helps to build up their energy levels again. It is what is called an adrenal tonic. And the deep sleep tea helps people to sleep better so that they can fall asleep and stay asleep. And of course, sleep is so important. It's our biggest healer. And I take this particular formulation, the deep sleep tea, every day, or every night, I should say. So the next couple of medicinal teas are the Repower Green Tea and the Slim and Trim. The Repower Green Tea is a certified organic sencha green tea with other medicinal plants to complement, and it's a very good formulation instead of taking coffee. So those people who take coffee all the time, this is a better way of keeping high energy levels, because at the same time it actually helps to build your energy levels. What happens with coffee is you feel good for some time, but then all of a sudden you actually feel more tired. And the Slim and Trim tea is also a formulation that gives a lot of energy. At the same time, it helps you to lose weight. Myself, obviously, women's health is very important to me, and we have quite a few products that help women to feel good. So PMT's tea helps with the menstrual cycle. The fertility tea helps to become pregnant, and we have some wonderful stories of women who really struggled and they became pregnant after using this particular formulation. And then the Cool and Calm is for the more mature woman, just to help with things like hot flushes and also sleep and anxiety. Of course, we also look after those who are actually go through pregnancy and birth. So the pregnancy tea, the breastfeeding tea and the baby gripe tea are helping those women to transition into that phase of their life. The next product range I would like to touch on very briefly is the tissue repair, the tissue and strain repair. And these are products that are excellent to have as a first aid in your first aid cabinet. So they help to recover from injuries and surgery. You take the internal formulation, which is the concentrate, and then in terms of the creams, depending on the injury that you have, you can have the strain repair, which has warming cayenne in it, or the tissue repair, which is neutral in the warmth. This one was the favourite of my grandfather. It's the arthritis cream. He was 100 years old when he died, and he did a lot of gardening. He loved to have his hands in the soil, and he got quite bad arthritis because of that. But as long as he used the arthritis cream that he put in his hands, and he took the internal formula, he was pain-free. And at the end, when he got really, really old, he even put it onto his face and everywhere because he just loved it so much. The next one is a very good one for your first aid cabinet as well. That's the Itch Calm Cream and Oral Liquid. It's very good for itchy skin and also for people suffering from eczema. And the last one I want to touch on is the vein support products. They're very good when you do a lot of air travel because it helps with blood clots. It also is very good for varicose vein. So you have all of these products, as I said, in your product brochure, but I just wanted to give you a little bit more of an overview what else we are doing at Artemis. So this comes to the end of this talk. I just want to reiterate, I introduced to you the brand story, and I told you a few personal stories about my upbringing in Switzerland and how I came to New Zealand. We were touching on our hero products that we are selling a lot of in China, and I was introducing to you some of our other products that also are very popular in the range. I really would like to thank you very, very much for coming here, for your interest in Artemis, and for being our brand ambassadors back to China, to your people. I believe that traditional European medicine has a lot to offer for all people, all over the world. For me, it's really important that we keep touching more and more people with beneficial products so that they can also enjoy good health. And I really would like to thank you for being so instrumental to help us to achieve that goal. We had a wonderful year last year. Again, thanks to you. I really would like to thank you for that. And I believe we will have a fantastic year ahead, touching even more people back to China. We have very good products coming out of New Zealand. Artemis is the leading plant medicine company in New Zealand, the leader in this particular type of products that we do. We do put a lot of effort and care into our products, and our promise to you is that our products work. If you have any questions or if you would like like to look more closely at the Materia Medica, please do so. We're still here for a while. If you would like to talk to Rob, he's right over here. And thank you again for coming. We still have lots of food there. Please do help yourselves on the way out. If you want to eat and take things with you, you're welcome to do so. And most importantly, before you go, please pick up your goodie bag. It's right over there, and I truly hope that you're going to enjoy it. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I hope you
为 Artemis 的客户之一，那么我们也把 Artemis 的产品从新西兰销售到了中国的各个地方，也包括新西兰的本地。那么据目前来讲，我们没有收到过任何一例关于 Artemis 产品的负面的 feedback。那么大部分的顾客呢，都是给我们非常的积极的反馈和好评。
您觉得我们产品怎么样呢？
我觉得非常好，就是如果能坚持喝的话，真的很明显能感觉到身体的变化。我觉得，而且它是茶嘛，所以就是很多人吃保健品，他们可能坚持不下来，但是茶的话，他们就当做是平常喝的茶，当做保健。我觉得这个概念还蛮好的。
Artemis 花草，光从花草茶来言的话，我觉得这块在中国市场上是一个比较大的空缺，因为西方的花草茶和中国的传统茶叶是有比较大的区别的。那么我觉得这就是一个填补市场空缺的非常好的机会。
你有长期服用我们的产品吗？
有啊，我就是喝的这个。
感觉效果怎么样呢？
我觉得特别好，就是改善那个经前综合症，特别有效。有时候来月经前，你知道女生都会比较烦躁嘛，或者是有胀痛的感觉之类的，然后会有经痛。但是喝了这个，我大概喝了2周左右吧，就坚持喝了2周左右，就能感觉到会舒缓很多。
今天我要介绍给大家呢，就是这一支神经及皮肤修复精油。这个是非常好的产品，因为是新西兰制造的。比如说，如果你关节痛、肌肉痛，都可以服用它。
你有推荐这款产品给你的朋友吗？
有啊。
他们有什么好的一些回馈？
都有，我身边所有就是能坚持喝的人都说效果非常明显。
由于花草茶的功效，它是非常有药用效果的。那么它在使用的过程中，顾客难免会有一些疑问。比如说清肝茶，他们在服用的过程中会有一问题说，为什么我的这个清肝茶会喝起来特别的苦？那么我们也通过跟厂家的沟通和对产品的了解之后，了解到其实这个完全跟个人的个例有很大的密切的关系。那么如果一个人的这个肝